You're too low on scrap.
हाँ ये कर लो पहले.
क्या बढ़िया था गुरु.
Ille senere Farani så tåler med.
Says you seem all right and wishes there was something they could do for you.
वाह क्या सीन है.
बिल्कुल रिस्क नहीं लेने का.
The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. That's a gnote. Easy prey for Lupa-Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. It's the chug yard. Give it a little pat. Go on.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Middle life. Punched up. You're in pain. Give him a hand. Roast him.
तुमसे ना हो पाएगा. हमें तुम्हारे लक्षण बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं लग रहा है. तुमसे ना हो पाएगा.
जब तक तोड़ेंगे नहीं तब तक छोड़ेंगे नहीं.
अच्छा ठीक है.
Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomber bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. You're bruised. made the kill. You're low on health. You're energized. That paid off. Let's see. You can't really understand your story till it's done. Tandem defeat.
तो रुको जरा सबर करो
आग लगा दी आग लगा दी आग लगा दी आग लगा
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth.
भाई मजा आया और मैं ये जो मजा है हिंदुस्तान के हर व्यक्ति को देना चाहता हूं।
Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him GIZMO. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. GIZMO remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But GIZMO says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years. GIZMO.
अबे जल्दी बोल, कल सुबह पनवेल निकलना है।
He understands history made loop-a-loop in a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to.
Yes,
That is how you shine light at the dark.
seriously. Don't doubt the dark.
I'm so proud of you for doing the right thing.
Can't believe you let that loser sway you.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Thinks that's more than most are. It's hard to keep to a path like that. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone, so you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Buff. It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. It's deprived of oxygen, making it next to impossible for anything but creatures that were most contorted by the contamination. The world is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. At least the temp's nice and steady underground.
भाई हम तो शुरू होते ही खत्म हो गया यार।
Some of the beasts who live here have never seen day.
क्या बढ़िया था गुरु।
Where'd all the critters go?
ये का बवासीर बना दिए हो।
मजा आया।
He says that's enough to get the mech functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. Something he devised to salvage valuables from the ground. There are usually spots hidden beneath puddles of oily goo where you can use the net. He's been working on another project for the mech, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find Scripps is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find Scripps. It's a little feisty and tough critter, a perfect fit for a light ammunition, if you ask him. The grease monkey's mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moo hangs on to. Can't rely on technology all the time. Did you buckle up? Nothing like a little exercise.
Botsi. Immo. Tiava. Vaksan intabadan kamaklai.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Says he's a monster hunter, the best you'll ever see. Mook says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes. Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make. You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise they'll do it themselves and you know they'll miss. When it comes to monsters, he mostly picks who dies. Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot. Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead. Says you should give up on working with a stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones. He's afraid you're just as stubborn as them. But enough of that. He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed. He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short. Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been. Mook says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, there's no better place to start than a script cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes. Says you stick to the hunting and shots present themselves later. Mook says you should go hunt for squips in the cave he gave you directions to. Let's see.